Right now, your hand already knows what it wants. Before you even finish this sentence, some part of you is going to think about your phone, where it is, whether anything happened. You might glance at it. You might already be holding it. And here's the thing, you won't decide to. It'll just happen, quietly, like blinking. You touch your phone about 85 times a day, and if I asked you to guess, you'd say way less. Not because you're lying, because you genuinely don't remember most of them. Half of those reaches were ghosts. Your hand moved, your thumb did its little dance, and you, the part of you that thinks it's running the show, you showed up a half second late, already mid-scroll, wondering how you got there. You felt it. You reach for your pocket, and the phone isn't even there, and you still feel the pull. You check it in the elevator. In line. The second a conversation goes quiet, standing in front of an open fridge for some reason. Here's the part nobody tells you. You think the craving comes from the reward, the like, the message, the new thing waiting on the other side of the screen. It doesn't. The craving fires before any of that. It fires for the maybe, for the might be something. And stay with me here. Someone figured out how to sell you that feeling on purpose and got extremely rich doing it. To understand how, we have to go back to one little chemical that almost everybody gets wrong: dopamine. You've been told dopamine is the pleasure chemical, the reward, the good stuff. It isn't, and the experiment that proved it is honestly kind of beautiful. In the 1990s, a scientist named Wolfram Schultz wired up the dopamine neurons in the brains of monkeys, close enough that he could watch them fire in real time. He gave a monkey a drop of juice. Dopamine spiked. Easy. Makes sense? Reward equals dopamine. Then he did one small thing. He started ringing a little tone right before the juice. Tone, then juice. Tone, then juice. And something strange happened. The spike moved. Dopamine stopped firing for the juice. It started firing for the tone, for the promise, for the moment right before, when the good thing hadn't arrived yet, but it was coming. Read that again. Slowly. The chemical you blame for wanting things and doesn't actually care about getting them. It lives in the anticipation. In that little gap, in the maybe, and it gets sharper, because when the juice came every single time, predictable, reliable, guaranteed, the dopamine faded. Your brain finds a sure thing boring almost immediately. But when Schultz made it random, juice sometimes, nothing other times, no way to know which, the dopamine went wild. The uncertainty didn't dull the signal, it cranked it up. So sit with what that means. Your brain isn't most alive when it gets what it wants. It's most alive when it might, when it doesn't know. Hold on to that. Everything that's been done to you is built on it. Now, and this matters, this was never a flaw. For almost all of human history, this exact wiring is the reason you're alive to watch this. Picture one of your ancestors walking a tree line at dusk. A bush up ahead. Maybe there are berries. Maybe there's nothing. That maybe is the whole reason she walks over to check instead of lying down. A river. Maybe fish today. Maybe not. The maybe is what makes her cast the net one more time. In a world where food was scarce and scattered, and you never knew where the next meal was hiding, the brain that chased the maybe survived. The brain that sat around waiting for a guaranteed thing starved. So every single one of us is descended from the ones who couldn't leave the maybe alone. You were built to seek, to check, to look one more time over the next hill. For 300,000 years, that beautiful, restless instinct pointed at real things. Food, danger, other people, things out in the world. There was nothing in your pocket feeding it on a loop, and then someone found the loop and learned exactly how to pull it. His name matters less than what he proved. B.F. Skinner, a psychologist. The 1950s. He built a little box with a lever inside and put a hungry pigeon in it. First version, press the lever, get food, every time. And the pigeon behaved like any sane creature would. It pressed when it was hungry, then it stopped. Calm, boring, reasonable. Then Skinner changed one rule. Now the food came at random. Sometimes on the first press, sometimes the 10th, sometimes never. And the pigeon lost its mind. It pressed that lever again and again and again, long after it was full. Long after any sensible animal would have walked away. It just couldn't stop. Skinner had found something genuinely dangerous. A predictable reward your brain can take or leave. A random one it cannot put down. He called it a variable ratio schedule. But you know it by a more